With tensions between Russia and the U.S. running very high at the moment, the office of Russian Deputy Prime Minister Dmitry Medvedev has stepped up its attacks on two of the most popular symbols of American capitalism alive in Russia. Medvedev accused the U.S. fast food giants McDonald's as well as Coca-Cola of waging war against the citizens by aggressively marketing unhealthy products to them. Gennady Onyshenko, one of the aides of Medvedev, he had this to say. This is what he said. He said, "The aggressive marketing they carry out, which has nothing to do with our culinary traditions, is comparable to war against our people." Jose, obviously, that is a huge, he's kind of playing it up a lot. But what do you think? I mean, do you think that all of a sudden these Russian officials really care about health and they're putting that as the first real big issue here, or is there something else to play here?
I think it's all political. I mean,
yeah.
McDonald's entered the USSR in 1990. That's 25 years ago. They've been putting up with this for 25 years. I don't think that suddenly they realize that it's not healthy. I mean, the thing is that it's not that he's saying any lies.
Yeah.
Is what are these statements motivated by? I think it's completely political. They're trying to make a point that they don't need the U.S., that they're not afraid of the U.S. sanctions, and so they're attacking, the symbols. The symbols are universal from the Americans in all the world because they're present, corporate America. But it's hypocritical because it creates a lot of jobs for them. It creates business for them internally. So I think it's very hypocritical and it's all political and it's kind of a joke.
Yeah, well, speaking of it being political, Russian lawmaker, his name is Alexei Pushkov. He went on Twitter and he had this to say about the sanctions put against Russia. This is what he said. He said, "Don't McDonald's and Coca-Cola want to support Obama's sanctions and rid us of their products? They would stick to principles and we would be healthier." Okay, so it is all political, obviously. But what they're kind of trying to say is we don't need this American fast food that's making everybody fat and unhealthy in our country. And yeah, and it comes at a time when tensions are really high. So obviously, they didn't all of a sudden have this realization that McDonald's is terrible for your health. They knew that. But they are, like you said, they're not lying, right? There is a point here that McDonald's is really aggressive with their advertising, and we know that. Yep. You cannot turn your head in America without seeing a McDonald's, right? When the sanctions were put in place, Russia closed down only 10 stores. Because you're right, they're probably making a lot of money over there. But more of a statement again. But here in America, it's like you realize that McDonald's commercials, first off, are ridiculous, right? You see like there's a party, like a cool DJ, and then like someone walks in with 10 snack wraps that everyone's like, oh! Like that really happens in real life. Yeah, no way. They're trying to make it like McDonald's is cool and healthy and all this stuff, which it's not. So yeah, a lot of false advertisement going on there. And it's like, we're talking about Russia here and Russian McDonald's, but it really does kind of make you question, or at least it made me kind of ask myself like, wow, McDonald's advertising strategies are pretty aggressive, the way that they do things. It's like all the time you see McDonald's ads. Late at night, when you're sitting there and all it's like, you're gonna see some big juicy Big Mac.
And they advertise, they sponsor big events, they get very close to sporting events. So you see the McDonald's brand being pushed since a very early age. Yeah. And that's the other part of it. They target young kids.
That's the worst part.
And then you get these lifelong clients or customers that will buy your product, which is unhealthy. So I think what is really interesting about this story is that idea that, yes, they're saying something that is truth. They're very aggressive with their marketing. Their product is not the healthiest. But I don't think, it's evident to me that it's not the interest of the health in Russia. What is driving these comments is more of a political statement.
Totally, 100% agree with you on that one. We see Obama doing these new MOVE campaigns about eating healthier and exercising and all these stuff. How often have you seen a commercial for that on TV? Have you ever?
No, I've seen a lot more media participation for Obamacare. Yeah, like he's done all of these, even comedies with some other outlets and appearances in talk shows to remind people to go and sign up for Obamacare, but I haven't seen too much I think the First Lady did some effort on the media to promote.
There was even a
living.
Beyonce video that came out.
Yeah,
but it's like,
you're right.
on average, every day to day, when you're watching TV, you'd think that you'd see more of those kinds of ads compared to McDonald's and other fast food, because McDonald's and fast food restaurants seem to be the only thing that you can really see on commercials other than, I don't know, pill prescription stuff. But let us know what you guys think, honestly. I mean, do you think that in this country we should push more towards, I don't know, alternative ways of eating and other things like that when advertising, as opposed to just letting these fast food restaurants kind of dominate the advertisement market? Let us know what you guys think by commenting. And of course, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to The Lip.